All right, we'll go ahead and get started. So first of all, thank you so much to everyone who's joined us today to celebrate the 25-year milestone ribbon cutting for the Storybook Garden right here in Wasaga. Let's give them a round of applause. Today's a special day for the family and the team here that runs the Storybook Garden because they celebrate this milestone, but it's more important because we celebrate with the community, we celebrate with the family and friends who are here, our business community, to join us in this milestone celebration. It truly is amazing when we see a business reach this type of milestone in our community, so we are here and excited to celebrate that. Today I'd like to recognize some of the folks who are here with us today to celebrate. I'll start with our mayor of Wasaga, Mayor Adrian Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us. Commissioner Israel Gonzalez, Commissioner at Large. We also have our Assistant City Manager, Omar Rodriguez. Assistant City Manager and Fire Chief, Antonio Lopez, joining us, working hard over here, keeping us safe. Thank you so much for being here. I'd also like to acknowledge our amazing Red Coat ambassadors who join us today. Our Red Coats are business leaders in the community who come out to celebrate local business. So thank you to our Red Coats who are here today. I'd like to acknowledge our chamber board members, any Wasaga EDC board members. I know we have the Wasaga EDC team out here, including Executive Director, Mr. Steve Valdez. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have our Wasaga Royal Court, who are our student ambassadors who are here with us today, including Mr. Wasaga, Junior Miss Wasaga, and Little Miss Wasaga here with us. Thank you all so much. And of course, a shout out to our City Communications Department, Marcelo. Thank you so much for being here with us today. So as I mentioned, today we're here celebrating the 25-year milestone ribbon cutting for the Storybook Garden located here in downtown Wasaga. And as you know, for many cities, making sure that a downtown community is enriched and vibrant and thriving is something that many cities thrive and really work hard to do. And so we're very grateful that here in Wasaga we have some amazing minds, business leaders who've come together to create these beautiful businesses right here for our community to celebrate. And you know, just a few months back or years ago, we were here celebrating other businesses, and I see business owners here also here to join the family in their celebration. So I'd like to recognize some of the business owners here today, including the owners of Dance Time. Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause. Cisneros Fine Jewelry. Thank you so much for being here. We also have representatives from Frontera Audubon. I know I saw Chris somewhere. There she is. Thank you so much. Teddy's Barbecue. I know I saw Miss Bernie here and Teddy there with us today. We also have Ms. Magali Torres with us today, representative for Armando Martinez. So thank you so much for joining us today. So again, it really just goes to show that here in Wasaga, we are a close community who care about our local businesses and love to see when there's a celebration like this and to acknowledge the business owners in our community. So as we continue with today's ceremony, I would like to invite our mayor of Wasaga to share a few words on behalf of the city of Wasaga.
Good morning, and what a great day, not just because it's Friday, but because it's just a great day to be here celebrating a great milestone in 25 years. 25 years of Storybook Garden. You know, as I was having conversations when I came in, Ms. Dyer was telling me, you know, that she was the only bookstore for a while. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. My first, as soon as I walked in, what popped into my head, the first image that popped into my head was when I was a kid. And I don't know if y'all remember this, but when you were a kid, they give you the little pamphlets of the book fair, right? And you go home with that, and you tell your parents, hey, I want this book, or I want this book. That's the first image that popped in my head when I walked in and I saw all these books here. And it's great that, you know, Ms. Guarda is able to provide that for our community and for our kids. It's very important. I know that this past Saturday, when I was with the Royal Court at Peter Piper, having our library event, I was telling them, man, I wish I would have read a lot more when I was younger, because reading is knowledge, you know, but it's never too late, right? Because I started reading at an older age, but it's great that you're able to provide that for our students. And I've known Ms. Guadna for quite a bit of time through my kids and her other occupation, and you know, for her to have this business for as long as she's had it just says a lot. And it's just a great success story. And to have, you know, other business out here supporting her means a lot. And it just shows And I'm so happy to represent the city of Wesco, that we have that support from each business to be a part of this 25 years milestone, to celebrate it together. You know, this is our downtown area. And, you know, for have all our businesses here supporting one another says a lot about the city of Wesco, says a lot about the individuals here. And for you to be in this corner, because this corner, you can't miss this corner, you can't miss this building. It's just a great day to be here. And I want to congratulate yourself, your family, for providing this for our youth. And I hope that you continue providing all this to our youth, because it is extremely important. And on behalf of myself, the commission, and all the city of Wesco, we want to congratulate you and wish you many more blessings and many more years of Storybook Garden. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mayor Gonzalez, for sharing that. And you're absolutely right. I think that the opportunity that we have here in our community to have a bookstore that offers this beautiful space, you know, I like some of those movies like You've Got Mail, and they always have that little bookstore. It's like one of those dream movies. And when you walk inside this bookstore, you kind of feel that. When you walk in, you feel that vibe of walking in this storefront, seeing our downtown, and then walking into this beautiful store that just looks like a dream. And this family has really made this come together and made this such a beautiful space for our community to enjoy. And you know, one of the other things I want to share is that not every community has a bookstore like this, and services that Sarah and her team offer here. I know that we've had conversations about, if you need a book, you can come here and they can help you order it and get it shipped here, right here to Mexico. So there's so much you can do when you work with these local business owners. They're here to support our community and offer these amazing services. So to learn more about today's celebration of the milestone of this 25-year and the business that we're celebrating, see, even the drivers are super excited celebrating this. So yes, that's awesome. That speaks to our downtown, right? So to talk more about why we're here today celebrating, I'd like to invite Ms. Sarah Cuadra to come up and share a few words.
Thank you all so much. My heart is full. You know, so for someone who reads so much, and you know, everyone who knows and comes and talks to me, I can be quite the chatterbox. But I just wanted to take this moment to thank my Father in heaven for the health and strength that I've had. And it's been hard. I mean, it's been good too. God is good all the time. And I want to thank my family. I definitely could not have done this with my family and my sister. We've run this business together in sisters, and I appreciate and I love my sister so much, and both my sisters and all my family, and my husband and my daughters. I was doing some math and I realized I've been a bookseller for more than half my life. And it started young as a little girl. My parents had a photo studio. They had their photo business for over 40 years. And there was a little thrift shop right across the alley from my parents' bookshop, and my parents' photo studio. And in one of the rooms of that thrift shop was this like closed up door. And one day I asked Miss Mabel, "What do you have in there?" And I was probably like 7 years old. And she's like, "Oh, let's take a look and you can see." And I opened the door and there was books and books and books. And so I would help her at that thrift shop. And she would make money to help build clinics and schools in Mexico. And so I said, well, can I set up a little bookstore and sell books? And so I did that. That little book room was my little space, and I would set up the books and dust the books off, and we would sell little books. And I actually forgot about that when I started my own business. And one day, just like this core memory came through to me one day as I was unshelving and unpacking and shelving books. And I remembered my time there with Miss Mabel, selling books long, long ago. But my love for reading started with my mom and my reading to us as little girls and always telling us to read every day. We did have very humble beginnings, but my mom told me that in a book we can go anywhere. We can travel anywhere in the world. We can imagine to be all sorts of things. Reading is so, so important. This business has really been, a small business is not for the faint of heart. It is not. And to get this far, I did not do it alone. People ask me, how do you do it? I don't. Sometimes we eat out a lot. Our house is not the tidiest it could be, and it's the truth. But at the end of the day, I have my mom, my dad, my sister, my husband, my daughters. My older daughter was on her way here and she couldn't make it on time for today's event, but she'll be here this afternoon. My daughters have only known the bookstore all their lives, but they've known how much reading is important. And that's why we're here and we stay. We try very hard to bring, kind of like in Horton Hears the Who, we're here, trying to let authors and people know about our community. And over the years, we brought so many world-renowned authors to our bookstore. We've connected so many schools and kids with author visits and giving books away and providing books for people in our community. I'll do this as long as I can do it, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to celebrate this moment with all of you. And I know I didn't name a lot of names, but there's just so many people that I've encountered that have touched my heart and have touched our families' hearts and have been there to support us. But those of you who have made it, you all mean so much to us. And thank you so much for being here. And cheers to chapter 25. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. And yes, chapter 25, I love it. We need to keep saying that one, right? And I know that you mentioned online, I saw you posted that this is the beginning of chapter 25. So there are lots of surprises to come ahead in the celebrations here at the Storybook Garden here in Weslaco. To continue with today's ceremony, I'd like to invite one of our Red Coat ambassadors to share a few words on behalf of the Chamber and our Red Coat team. I'd like to invite Mr. Daniel Montes, Administrator for South Texas College here in Weslaco.
25 years, what a milestone. First of all, let me tell you all, every year we have a family reading event at the college, and I can tell you who's always there to help support that event. They're always there helping the community because we understand the value of reading. What a lot of people don't understand is that, societies have evolved because of the written word, because of books. And when you go and look at our history of the world, books were the foundation for law, for education, for just about anything that had to do with the evolution of that society. So this little corner right here in Weslaco is very important to our community because inside here, there's books, there's stories, there's knowledge that we can all read about. And as fellow educators, we appreciate what you're doing, what you've done here for the past 25 years, because those little guys that you are educating are going to end up at my college in a few years. And it is important that one of the most fundamental skills that we can have as human beings is to be able to read, because everything else is predicated upon being able to read and understand the written word. So this is no small task what has been accomplished here, and we're very proud to call the Storybook Garden a member of our chamber, and we're also very proud to provide or to present this plaque to commemorate this very, very important event in our community. So I'd like to present this at this time.
Okay, 1, 2, and 3.
And over here, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Montes, for that. And again, once again, let's give the family another round of applause for this amazing milestone celebration. So with that, I think we're ready for a ribbon cutting. Yes? All right. So we'd love to have the family here in the center, and everybody who's here, we want you to join us because we will share these photos with the family. So please join us. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Congratulations to the Storybook Garden in Weslaco on a 25-year milestone. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We want to invite you inside for some refreshments. And again, we want to thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations to Sarah, the team, and the family on this milestone.